Today is Monday, November the 13th. I'm going to take a look at this story, the Texas shooting that happened on 11/5/2017, November the 5th, last week. I'm a bit late in getting to it, but I did the decode. This is going to be my first YouTube video. So I'm going to be using Gematria to take a look at all the details in the story. And the information I'm using is what came to my phone as notifications. My iPhone. Let's go. So the website I'll be using is Gematria.com. This is how the author of the website pronounces it. So that's what I'm going with. As I said before, the date of the shooting is November the 5th, 2017. And you can see all of these numbers associated with the date numerology and the day of the year and the amount of days left in the year. And I will show you that all of these numbers are relevant, using Gematria. That will be the primary tool that I'll use to analyze this news story. So first notification I got on that day was the Daily Mail saying up to 16 shot at Texas church after gunman opens fire during service. So right away we have a 16. As I said, we'll prove that all of these numbers here are relevant. There are 16, 26, 17, 53, 44, 24, 15, 33, 24, 309, 56, 70, and 35. So as I said right away, the 16 is right there. Date numerology of the news story is 11/5. 11 plus 5 is 16. If you write 16 out as a word, it is equal to 33. Also Sunday, Patrick, and fired. Patrick, later on we'll find out that that's the name, the Christian name of the shooter. So the date numerology of the news story, if we write the date as 11/5/17, 11 plus 5 plus 17 is equal to 33. If you write 33 out as a word, it is equal to 66, just like Texas. Texas is also equal to 15. And if you write the date 11/5/17, and then you add up all of the digits in that date, 1 plus 1 plus 5 plus 1 plus 7 is equal to 15. Excuse me. Another notification I got was from CNN. The FBI is on the scene of a shooting at a church in Texas. A witness heard as many as 20 shots fired during Sunday service. Now, if you write 20 out as a word, it sums to 26, 28, 107, and 55. And military is also 107, as well as shooting, as you can see. And I just did this so you can see all the overlaps between these words. The words I'm using, none of them are my words. These are words that I got from the notifications on my phone. Okay? So I've not injected any word. There's only one instance in this decode that I've tweaked a word, and I'll show you where it is in a second, but let's keep going. So FBI is 17, kill is 17, and shot is 17. This is another date numerology and of the shooting date, 11/5/2017. Add up all the digits in that sequence and you get 17. Okay. When we look at 107, shooting, military, and 20 equals to 107. And also notice that if you drop the 0, it's like 17. 107 is the 28 prime. If you spell 20 out as a word, it is equal to 28 in one of the basic ciphers. These 4 are basic ciphers. The ciphers are like this. For English ordinal, I should have said this in the beginning, but for English ordinal, A is equal to 1, B is equal to 2, C is equal to 3, just the alphabetic order all the way to Z is equal to 26. The reverse ordinal is just the opposite. In reverse ordinal, Z is equal to 1, Y is equal to 2, X is equal to 3, all the way to A is equal to 26. Now for full reduction is the English ordinal reduced. So if you have a letter such as, let's say, K. K is the 11th letter of the alphabet. When you reduce it, K is equal to 1 plus 1 equal to 2, because K is 11. Instead of saying 11, you just add the digits. 1 plus 1 is equal to 2. Kind of like what we're doing with the date numerology here. Okay. And it's the same for reverse reduction. You know, you just reduce the double digits. You know, so if I should reduce this number, 37, it will be 3 plus 7 is equal to 10. That's it reduced once. If I reduce it again, it's 1 plus 0 is equal to 1. So that's all reduction is. Really simple and basic mathematics. Okay, so moving right along. FBI is equal to 19, which is similar to 109. Shot is equal to 19 as well as scene. Shooting is equal to 109. Military, 109. Witness, killed, law enforcement officers are all equal to 109. 109 is the 29th prime number. Church is equal to 29. Gunman is also equal to 29. Gunman is also equal to 70. And 70 happens to be a date numerology of the story. If you take the digits that are in 11/5/2017, all the significant digits, 0 is not a significant digit, take the product of all these numbers and they're equal to 70. Now we go a little bit further. We were talking about gunman. Gunman is equal to 25, 29, 70, and 92. Look at the perfect overlap between gunman and the surname of the shooter. It's perfect. They're exactly the same in the basic or base ciphers. Trump is also equal to 25 and 29. Notice also the 88 and the 47, we might come back to that. Massacre is equal to 25, just like these words. Two other notifications I got. Deadly shooting at Texas church. The shooter who killed at least 26 is identified as Devin Patrick Kelly, 26, according to 2 law enforcement officers briefed on the situation. And the Washington Post said attack at Texas church killed 26, authorities say. Okay, so right away we can see 26 is a significant number in this news story. The shooter his age is 26 and he killed 26 people. Some coincidence there. So killed is equal to 26. If you write 20 out as a word, this is equal to 26. Seen is equal to 26. Church is also equal to 101, which is the 26 prime number. And the date numerology of the new story, 11/5/2017, 11 plus 5 plus 2 plus 0 plus 1 plus 7 is equal to 26. If you write 26 out as a word, it's equal to 84, just like Sunday. 26 written as a word is equal to 48. Patrick is equal to 48. Baptist, the denomination of Christian church that was shut up, is equal to 48. Later on, we hear that the shooter used to be in the Air Force. Air Force is equal to 48. Another notification, at least 20 people were killed under the same headline, deadly shooting at Texas church. And these headlines are important too. At least 20 people were killed after a gunman opened fire during a Baptist service outside San Antonio. Sheriff says the shooter is dead. Baptist is equal to 24. And the date numerology of the new story is equal to 24 in two different methods. So 11/5/17 is the way the date can be written. 11 plus 5 plus 1 plus 7 is equal to 24. 1 plus 1 plus 5 plus 17 is equal to 24. Okay. Sheriff is equal to 44. Kill is equal to 44. Shooting 44. Witness 44. And the date numerology of the new story, again, when the date is written, 11/5/2017, 1 plus 1 plus 5 plus 20 plus 17 is equal to 44. 44 written as a word sums to 54, just like Devin, just like shots. Kill is equal to 64. FBI, 64. Vehicle, 64. Here's where we find the word vehicle. Deadly shooting at Texas church. A resident with a rifle engaged the church gunman who later died in his vehicle of a gunshot wound. It is not yet known who fired the fatal shot. So here we see vehicle is equal to 37. And, you know, you can check, go to gematrinator.com, and if you type vehicle, we see that vehicle is 37 here, as well as all these other numbers. Right? You know, you can double check what I'm saying. You don't have to take my word for it. You can do this. The guy that built this website is a genius, you know. But Sheriff 37 killed 37. Church gunman equal to 131. 131 is the 32nd prime. Rifle is equal to 32. Fatal 32. Gunshot 32. Gunshot wound is equal to 55. 20 written as a word is equal to 55. Military equal 55. Fired is equal to 30. Fatal shot 30. Texas is equal to 30. And Sutherland Springs, as this CNN cover picture shows for the story, Sutherland Springs is 30 miles east of San Antonio. So that's another 30 for you. You know. So scene is equal to 89, shooter 89, shooter is also 35, vehicle 35. The date numerology of the story, if you write the date like 11/5/17 and take the product of all of these digits, you know, leave 17 as 17. 1 times 1 times 5 times 17 is 35. You know, I'm gonna trust the author of the website that, you know, these are legitimate ways that the date numerology can be calculated. So if you take the if you take the headline, deadly shooting at Texas church, it's equal to 309. And this shooting occurred on the 309th day of the year. Also, if you drop the 0 of 309, is like 39. 16 written as a word is 39. This is the first number that we looked at when looking at this story. That's the number that's the first number that appeared in the notification for the story. Okay, and here's another number. You know, they like to put these numbers in there. Police, the BBC News says, police say at least 27 people died in a shooting at a church in Sutherland Springs, Texas, with the shooter also reported killed. Now, police, I wanted to look at police first. That's the first word that appears in the notification. Police is equal to 33, a number we already looked at. Also equal to 30. Sutherland Springs, 30 miles outside of San Antonio. Also, police is equal to 60 and 102. And later on, we'll see that these numbers are important in the story as well. So now we're going to look at the 27. It was earlier reported that a witness heard at least 20 shots fired. Okay? Heard is equal to 27 in both forward reduction and reverse reduction. It's also equal to 36 and 99. Right? Deafening, if you look at the overlap, is also 27 in reverse and forward reduction. The word shots is equal to 27. If you write 27 as a word, it's equal to 53. Gunshot wound is equal to 53. And the date numerology of the story, I think this one is called the lifeless number. You know, that's what is commonly referred to. 11 plus 5 plus 20 plus 17 is equal to 53. You know, if you take the date numerology as 11, or if you write the date as 11/5/2017. Okay. Now look at the perfect overlap between Sutherland and San Antonio. It's a perfect match. You know, a perfect match between the two. If you look at 41, 41 is the 13th prime number. The word 2, written as a word, is equal to 13. They said 2 law enforcement officers briefed on the situation, spoke about the shooting. Let's go back to that notification and show you. Sometimes it's not easy to remember what all of this. Here it is. The shooter who killed at least 26 is identified as Devin Patrick Kelly, 26, according to 2 law enforcement officers briefed on the situation. Okay? So the word 2, as we were saying before, is equal to 13. Fatal also 13. Sunday service 58. 2 again 58. Wound 58. Identified 58. Devin P. Kelly, if you abbreviate his middle name, is equal to 58. Resident. They said residents or a resident engaged the shooter and took him down, something to that effect. Resident 122. 2 law enforcement officers, that phrase is 122. Shooter 100. Sutherland Springs is 100 as well as 235. Law enforcement officers equal 235. So here it says President Trump decries attack as an act of evil and calls it horrific. At times like these, he says, Americans pull together, we join hands. And notice how this pull together, we join hands is in quotation. We look at that phrase. So here is where I tweak one word. This is the word. This is the only word I tweaked in this decode. It says President Trump decries attack Now, I thought this word was kind of weird. You know, I hardly hear them use words like these, but whatever. So I decoded both decries and decry. So here's where I did decry. These are all numbers we looked at already. 28, 26, and 55. 26, the amount of people he killed, the shooter, and his age. 28, I believe is if you write 20 out as a number, as a word, I'm sorry. If you write out 20 as a number, let's just check it really quick so that we don't have to go back up. It's either 20 or 26. So it's 20. If you write 20 as a word, it's equal to 28. Okay. And let me put myself back on the screen. Okay. So anyway, and 55 we looked at before. Just now we said so many words that are 55. Here, gunshot wound 20 and military. 55. Okay. So President Trump is equal to 81, just like Devin, just like service. They said it was a church service. Shots is equal to 81. Shots fired. Or the witness heard as many as 20 shots fired. Trump is 88, just like Sutherland Springs TX. Trump said it was an act of evil. Here, decries the attack as an act of evil. Act of evil 93, just like 16, just like fired. Act of evil is also 51, just like shots fired, fatal shot, and Air Force. I believe conspiracy is also 51. Some people say this was a conspiracy. Conspiracy. 51. Of course, that wasn't in the notification, so I don't have it on the blog here. And I'll link this blog in the description, as well as Gematrinator.com. Or Gematrinator.com, as the author calls it. You can see, maybe you cannot see, but is Gematrinator.com. Just like Terminator, but for Gematria. That's how I pronounce it, Gematria. Anyway, Trump said it was a horrific attack. Horrific equals 130, just like Texas Church, just like 2 law enforcement officers. Attack is equal to 11. And this story comes in the 11th month of the year. The phrase, pull together we join hands, which is what they said Trump said, is equal to 110. And notice that if you drop the 0, that's an 11. But the phrase is equal to 110, just like Sutherland Springs TX. This notification from CNN in the news app on my phone said the shooter who killed at least 26 at a Texas church has been identified, according to 2 law enforcement officers. 2 law enforcement sources. Excuse me. Texas church is equal to 59, just like identified. Just like Devin P. Kelly, the shooter's name, just like horrific. Trump decried the attack as a horrific something or the other. Okay. Another notification under the headline, deadly shooting at Texas church. The church gunman was previously a member of the U.S. Air Force, a military spokeswoman said. So here is where they tell you that the shooter used to be in the U.S. Air Force, and a military spokeswoman is the one that brings the information. Look at this phrase. Put together with joint hands. The phrase that Trump said, it's equal to 115. Just like 11/5. You know, it looks like 11/5. 115. Also, US Air Force 115. Just like 11/5. Patrick, the gunman's name, is equal to 111. Military spokeswoman is also 111. Okay. And let me look at something really quick. If you look at, let's see which one of them it is. Patrick is one of them. Okay, so Patrick. If you look at Patrick, in reverse ordinal is 111. Now there's a cipher out there called the Sumerian. So this is reverse ordinal. If you look, the Sumerian cipher is basically the alphabetic order multiplied by 6. So instead of A is equal to 1, A is equal to 6. Then B is 12. So you're going up in multiples of 6. All the way to Z is equal to 26 times 6. Right? And just the same in reverse ordinal is the other way around. So reverse Sumerian, since it's multiplying the order by 6, if you go to reverse Sumerian, Patrick is 666. Just like the mark of the beast in Revelation. And remember, this shooting was done at a church. You know, the pastor could very well have been preaching about the beast and the mark of the beast that day. You know, just a side note. Spokeswoman is equal to 43. You know, military spokeswoman is the one that came forward and said that he used to be in the US Air Force, the shooter. Attack is equal to 43, just like engaged. Engaged is also 29, a number we looked at, as well as 34. Church is equal to 34. US Air Force is 52, just like Devin Kelly, the name of the shooter. Attack is 56, massacre is 56, Devin Kelly is 56, spokeswoman is 56, and the date of the shooting leaves 56 days left in 2017. So this completes all of the numbers that we saw for the date numerology, as well as the days left in the year and the day of the year that the shooting occurred on. We have covered all these numbers now. So we're gonna continue digging a little bit deeper now. You know, just to see if we can extract any more information. So these notifications came on the day after the shooting, right? And the first headline of the day from CNN was "Killer was denied gun license." The man who killed 26 people at a Texas church was denied a gun license from the state. Governor Greg Abbott says he did not give a reason why. So killer was denied gun license is equal to 116 or 116 or 11/6, just like 11/6, the date that this headline came out. As I said, this is the day following the shooting, so this is the Monday. Law enforcement officers, a phrase they used earlier, is also equal to 116. Killer was denied gun license is also 260, and this number is similar to 26. You know, the numerology of this number, or if you drop the 0, since it's not a significant digit, it's 26. The age of the killer and the amount of people that he killed. Gun license is equal to 109, the 29 prime, a number we already covered. Governor Greg Abbott, if you write it just like how it's written in this news notification, it's equal to 66, just like Texas, and 33 written as a word. Governor Greg Abbott, just like they wrote it, is also 141, just like deadly shooting at Texas church, a headline they used the day before. Fatal shot is also 141. Air Force is also 141. And these are phrases they used the day after shooting. Gov is equal to 17, 44, and 37. And these are numbers we already covered. Denied, like how he was denied a gun license, is equal to 41, a number we already covered. Sutherland is equal to 41, San Antonio 41. Denied is also 33, a number we already covered. If you write out Governor Greg Abbott, you know, not abbreviating it like they did in the notification, it's equal to 95 and 211. Fatal is equal to 95, and 211 is the 47th prime number. Trump is equal to 47, and the phrase open fire is equal to 47. Okay, so another notification through the news app in my phone came from Fox News. The Texas church gunman's shocked former classmates described him as being a heavily medicated loner who posted on social media about weapon, and it got cut off here, and I didn't feel like going to read the rest. I'm sure more words are there to extract information from, but I just didn't feel like it. So Texas church gunman is equal to 88, just like Trump and Sutherland Springs TX. Former classmates, that phrase is equal to 61, just like the phrase open fire, and just like church. Former classmates is also equal to 101, the 26 prime, we already covered that. Church is equal to 101. Classmates is 22, just like dead, just like died. Died is also 23, just like wound, and 2 written out as a word. The number 2 written out as a word. Wound is also 22, just like classmates, dead and died. Governor Greg Abbott, just like how they wrote it in the notification, it has an overlap with the phrase Baptist service, the thing that the shooter shot up, or Devin Kelly opened fire on. So they overlap with 60 and 210. 210 or 210 is the area code for San Antonio. Heavily medicated loner, that phrase, is equal to 210. You know, the classmates describe him as being a heavily medicated loner who posted on social media about guns or whatever they said. Right, so heavily, just the word heavily alone is 107. We covered 107 already. Shooting, military, and 20 are all equal to 107. Abbott, the governor's last name, is equal to 15 and 39. 15, 39, 60, and 102. These are all numbers we already looked at. All of them. So these numbers are all relevant. This Governor Greg Abbott, his name is heavily coded, I would say. So Abbott is 15, just like Texas and gun. It's 39, just like gun and governor. The word governor written out fully, not abbreviated. And the word 16 is equal to 39. 16 written as a word is equal to 39. Governor is also 51, a number we covered before. Remember, conspiracy is equal to 51. And again, they didn't say conspiracy, but I'm just throwing that in there. Baptist is 102. Baptist, 102. Fatal shot, 102. Governor is equal to 102. Also, 114. Just like heavily medicated loner. Heavily medicated loner, 102 and 114. So CNN said, gunman threatened mother-in-law. An official says Devin Kelly had domestic problems and texted threats to his mother-in-law. She went to church but was not Sunday's service. Remember, we already talked about the phrase Sunday service. Mother-in-law is equal to 60. Just like Baptist service. Just like Gov. Greg Abbott. Just like Abbott. Just like police. Okay. Here again we have a few overlaps. Loner, few overlaps between loner, the word loner, and Greg, the governor's first name. Right? So loner is equal to 28 as well as 71. Those are the overlaps between the two. All these numbers are numbers we covered already. When looking at 71, domestic problems is equal to 71. Law enforcement is equal to 71. Social media, 71. For 28, threats is equal to 28, also equal to 44. And we covered these numbers already. Okay, we're close to the end now with this. So again, threatened is equal to 46 and 53. Remember, 53 is a date numerology of the date of the shooting. 27 is equal to 53. Gunshot wound is 53. Social media is also 46. And it's also 206. 206, if you drop the 0, that's 26. We already covered a very significant number, probably the most significant number in this news story. Shot is equal to 46 as well as seen. So the BBC News said Texas gunman Devin Patrick Kelly had 3 guns and had been involved in a domestic row with his mother-in-law, officials say. Domestic row is equal to 54 as well as 144. And this overlaps with the word 44. You know, notice also how the phrase 3 guns is 45 in both forward and reverse reduction. Right? One thing about the number 144 that I want to say is that if you take the number pi, if you take the constant pi and you add up the first 144 digits that come after the decimal place, they will sum to 666. Right, so there's a relationship between 144 and 666. Right? Also, one of these 36s that we saw before, which I didn't mention, and let me find it really quick here. So the thing about 36, I probably lost it. But the thing about 36 is, here it is, 36. If you add up all the numbers from 1 to 36, it sums to 666. Also notice this 9, if you write out 44, it's equal to 99. I mean, herd is equal to 99. So this property that the number 36 have or has, it's called a triangular number. The numbers from 1 to 36 is equal to 666. Another way of saying that is that 666 is the 36th triangular number. That's another way of putting that. Okay, just wanted to say that. Coming close to the end now, and see 44 is equal to 99. The word 44 is 99 in reverse ordinal. Just wanted to say that. So here the decrease is 36. We're just talking about 36. Okay. Decrease is also 45, just like 44, and 3 guns. Remember, 45 is, or 3 guns is 45 in both reverse and forward reduction. Okay. If you take the word 3 is equal to 29, 25, and 56. We already talked about these numbers. Trump, Kelly, and Gunman, I believe, have some of these Gematria. CNN brought the headline, he killed his grandmother-in-law. The Texas gunman killed his wife's grandmother, who frequently volunteered at the church, in Sunday's massacre, multiple friends told CNN. And then the Washington Post said Texas massacre followed domestic situation involving gunman's family. His mother-in-law had attended the church. And here you see they emphasize domestic situation. But Texas massacre is equal to 40, 86, 148, and 203. The headline, he killed his grandmother-in-law, is equal to 148, just like Sutherland, just like San Antonio. This phrase is also equal to 140. Devin P. Kelly is equal to 140. So, just for some more 40s, Texas massacre is 40, resident is equal to 40, fatal is 40, words they use in the news the day before. If you look at 86, died is 86, horrific 86, Sunday service 86. And there's an overlap between this phrase that they emphasize, domestic situation, and law enforcement officer, a phrase that they use a day before in the news. So look at law enforcement officer, you see that it is 108 forward and reverse reduce. Service is equal to 108. It's also, as I said, 216. That's the overlap between law enforcement officer and the phrase domestic situation. And finally, if you look at the 72, President Trump is equal to 72. So that's all I have for this decode for the news story. It's my very first video. It's not the best quality, but you have to start somewhere.